Hello everyone, James Newcomb here. Time for today's Facebook Live, and I'm playing the cornet again. Once again, I'm playing the cornet. And before I say anything else, I want to give a thanks to my own dad, who has stepped up and has sponsored my activities on the cornet and online in these Facebook Lives. Anytime I feel like I'm going crazy, all I have to do is just talk to my dad. And he's so crazy that I don't feel so crazy anymore. He's actually he's a licensed marriage and family therapist, and you can find out more about him at it's John Newcomb Counseling.com. Jon Newcomb Counseling.com, right there in Anoka, Minnesota. Born and raised, never gonna leave, and more power to you, Dad. All right, thanks for your support. We are talking about how to practice today. And maybe you turn this video on and thinking this is going to be kind of a cheeky parody of how to practice something stupid and something cheesy. Well, there's a place for that, and I like my share of cheesy jokes. You can just ask Manny Laureano, he'll tell you. But this isn't that. I've realized that Facebook can be it's so cluttered with silly things that oftentimes we forget about how to actually do things. You get to the point where you see a title that says how to practice, and you're almost expecting something that teaches you anything but how to practice. But I'm going to show a couple of techniques that I've used with in my career and my development as a musician. So I'm choosing, what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the Soldier's Tale. There's a piece called the Grand March inside of the Soldier's Tale, and I'm going to put it on the screen for you right here. As we can see, it doesn't look all that challenging, but when you try to play it, then you find out that it's quite the beast. Now you can see that we've got some eighth notes, eighth and eighth rests. And then we have these septuplets. Is that what it is? No, it's quintuplets. Anyhow, it looks like there's a slur over it, but that is not a slur. That just means that it's a quintuplet. So you can't slur that. I learned that the hard way. Long story, not going to bore you with it here. So we have that, and then we have these quintuplets, and you have to decide how you're going to tongue it. The most generally accepted way, or well, I guess generally accepted because this is what I do, it is taka-tataka, taka-tataka, taka-tataka. I think other people do different things, but since they're not right, we're going to do what works. It works for me. So it's taka-tataka, and I play it better then I can tongue it without a horn. So as you could hear, I got tongue-tied. And the reason that I'm using this for a video called How to Practice is you simply cannot fake your way through this piece at all. Some pieces you can go through it and you can play it at the speed that it's written and just kind of fake your way through it, and it's passable. Not so with this one. You are going to crash and burn if you try to start it at 112 beats a minute, which is what it says there on the sheet of paper. So here is how to practice. First of all, we're not going to do this with anything in our hands, no musical instrument in our hands, but we are going to visualize success. We're going to visualize a successful performance of this. So you can close your eyes if you want to, but you're going to you're on stage and you've got your horn in your hand, and the conductor gives the cue to start, and you nail it. It is done, and you just cool as the other side of the pillow, as they say. Visualize that. Without visualization, then your practice isn't going to be effective. But when you visualize that successful performance, then your body is going to respond to that that successful performance that you've already had in your mind. So this is a recurring theme on the Secrets of the Musical Mind podcast series, is visualization. Person after person after person would say visualize. Visualize a successful performance. So that's the first thing we're going to do before we even put the horn in our hands and play a single note. We're going to visualize. So now that we have visualized a successful performance of the Grand March of the Soldier's Tale, now, as I already said, you're not going to, if you try to sight read it at 112 beats a minute, you're going to fall flat on your face. And anyone that has performed this will tell you the same thing. No one, and I mean no one, plays this at 112 beats a minute. So you have to start slow. There really is no option with this. Have to start slow. So this is what 112 beats a minute sounds like. Okay. As I said, my tongue gets tied when I'm not playing. For some reason, I can pull it off when I'm playing it, but when I'm not playing it, I just get tongue-tied. I don't know why, but that's what it is. It's just one of my many skeletons in my closet. Okay, so now we're going to take it way, way, way down. I'm going to put it at 67 beats a minute. Turn that up. Make sure you can hear it. That's full blast. By the way, I have this Pro Metronome app on the iPhone. It's amazing. I think it's 99 cents, and it does everything that you need it to, and you don't have to carry a metronome with you. It's right on your phone. All right, so this is 67 beats a minute. Still, we're not going to have the horn in our hands. We're going to sing it. We're going to sing with the appropriate articulation. 2 da 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 da. Okay, so that's 67 beats per minute, and that was much easier for me to do. I think I still got a little tongue-tied right there, and I think in the second quintuplet, but as you can hear and see, it was much cleaner. Slower. And I know what you're thinking, man, James, why don't you just learn how to practice before you make a video on how to practice? So I don't see you making any videos. All right, so that's 67 beats a minute. Why don't you make a video telling me how to practice? So 67 beats a minute. Now I'm going to put the horn onto my face. The moment of truth. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. That was okay. It wasn't great, but it was passable. And by the way, I haven't practiced this in years. I used to be able to play this in my sleep, so I'm kind of getting back into shape while I make this video. It's not like I practiced this until it was perfect and then I made the video. I'm getting myself back into shape with this, just FYI. So 67 beats a minute, and that was okay, and I'm going to do it again at 67 beats a minute. Missed a note, but that's okay because the tonguing was better. It was more consistent. Let me do it one more time. 1, 2. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to go through the entire practice session with you, but I'm just showing you how to do it. So now it is 67 beats a minute. I'm going to move it up 5 clicks. So now it is 72 beats a minute. I'm going to turn it on. It's just a little bit faster than it was before. And I'm going to attempt to play it. is pretty good. It's more or less, I think I hit the downbeat right with the metronome, so it was okay. It's coming along. It's progressing nicely. Now, when I first learned this, it went much slower. But now that I'm getting back into shape, I've already played it, so to a certain point, and now it's just a matter of me getting back into it. So that's 72 beats a minute. I'm going to do it one more time. One. Not bad. Do it one more time. Alright, I'll take that. I'm going to move it up 5 more clicks, and now I'm at 77 beats a minute. Just a little bit faster than it was before, but now here we go again. 77 beats per minute. That was not bad. Wasn't bad. Starting to come together. My biggest problem so far has been that first set of quintuplets, and that's been kind of a hanging up with that. And surprisingly, the second set of 3 consecutive quintuplets is actually moving quite along. Still, my biggest hang up is that first set. So I'm going to do this 77 beats a minute one more time. One more time. Oh. Okay, that time wasn't so clean, so I'm going to take just a minute, and let me tell you what's going on inside of my head. When I first started playing it, although I had that experience of having played it successfully under my belt, and I had that as a frame of reference, it was still a little bit shaky in my mind. But now that I've played it probably 8 or 10 times now, each time I play it, it's just a little bit clearer in my mind, and I can start to see those notes as they happen, even though they're going fairly fast. It's not as I guess it's just a little more clear in my mind as I play it more. All right, so one more time on 77 beats a minute, and we're going to keep on going. One. Yeah, I wasn't bad. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I like that. I feel good about that one. All right, let's go up to 82 beats a minute. 82 beats per minute. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Oh. Beats a minute. I'm going to do it one more time. Oh. It's just easier and easier and easier the more times you do it. It's almost as if it's just becoming automatic in my mind. It's amazing how practice makes things easier, isn't it? All right, so let me do it a couple more times at 82, and I'm going to keep on going. This is practice, ladies and gentlemen. This is the sad reality of it. I know that you have Facebook and you have microwave popcorn, and things just happen instantaneously, but not so with music. It does not. Nothing happens fast when it comes to learning how to play stuff on an instrument, and that's why they call people who have mastered an instrument a virtuoso, because it takes a great deal of virtue to play at that level. It takes patience, and you know, you just have to be dedicated, and you have to just be patient. That's one of the biggest virtues that you can learn as a musician. So this is 90% of the job, guys and gals. I'm sorry, but it's not sexy. This is how we do it. One more time at 82 beats a minute, and we're going to keep on going. One. Okay, that was good. Move it up to 87 beats a minute. I'm going to go crazy here and get it up to 90 beats per minute. 90 beats a minute. Started at 67, and in just 12 minutes, we're up to 90 beats a minute. Over halfway there. Gonna do that another time. That was not bad. Do it one more time. One. Okay, that wasn't quite as strong. I'm going to do it one more time to make sure that I can play it 100%, at least 98% well before I move up. One. Missed one note in there. Missed a note in there, but the tonguing was there, and I felt good. I didn't feel rushed in my mind. It felt very natural. It just felt it felt easy. That's the way to put it. That's what practice does. Doesn't make it perfect, but it makes it easy. All right, so I'm going to do it one more time at 90, and I'm going to move on from there. One. No, still not there. I'm going to try it again. That felt good. I'm going to do that one more time before I move on, just to make sure that I've got it under my belt. Alright, it was about 97% there. For the sake of time, I could spend a couple more reps on that one, but for the sake of time, I'm going to move up to 97 beats per minute. 97. Got two more. Got two more stops on the subway line before we reach our destination of 112 beats per minute. This is 97. You notice that it's so much faster than 67, but when you go up incrementally by 5-7 beats per minute, it doesn't seem that much faster. It was 90, now it's 97, and it's just amazing how much this is how you practice. Incrementally, small chunks, baby steps to the finish line. Not perfect. I'm going to do it again. Not bad. Going to do it again. One. All right. So I did it 3 times consecutively that were passable. Not perfect, but passable. Now I'm going to move it up to 105 beats per minute. Just about there, ladies and gentlemen. 105 beats a minute. Easy. That was easy. It felt totally natural, and it just came right out. And that's what happens when you practice the right way. Let me do it again. Not perfect. Let me do it again. One. Not bad. Do you need something?
Dinner's ready.
Okay. Dinner's ready. Gotta hurry up. One. Alright, so that was 3 times consecutively that were maybe not the personification of perfection, but they'll work for our purposes. Alright, moment of truth. We are at 112 beats per minute. And when I started this, I got tongue-tied big time without the horn in my mouth. And now, let's see how we do. This is the performance tempo, 112 beats a minute. Let me start over. All right, trying to go from memory. Forgive me. Let's try that again. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you practice in 20 minutes or less. Key takeaways. 1, visualize a successful performance. 2, take it down on the tempo. Even the easy stuff, or the stuff that appears to be easy. Like I chose this one because it's very, very difficult, and you cannot get away with playing it at the performance tempo. You are going to fall flat on your face. And so I chose this intentionally just to demonstrate how to do something that's very difficult and work it up to a level that is acceptable. All right, so guys, I hope you appreciated this, and I'm going to thank my dad again for sponsoring this live broadcast, and check him out, johnnewcombcounseling.com. The link is in the first comment for this video. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.